Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a show highlighting upcoming events happening in the Lynn community. Today we're here to talk about the 11th Annual World Music Festival happening Saturday, September 21st from 12 to 7 p.m. up at High Rock Tower Park, 30 Circuit Ave. And I am joined today by David Gass and Tish Mukala from the Highlands Coalition. Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, for those that don't live in the Highlands and are outside of it, maybe haven't heard of you guys, what is the Highlands Coalition? What do you guys aim to do?
Okay, we've started in 2006, and we were invited into the Ford School by Dr. Crane, who was the principal, in order to bring resources to the neighborhood and to empower the neighborhood as far as voice. There was voting at the school. We built a garden at the school, and we've marched for against domestic violence. We have done a lot of debates. We had a mayoral debate at KIP, and we had a council's debate. So we're very interested in bringing resources to the neighborhood, which we feel is underserved by the city. And we started actually the July 4th event at High Rock Tower, High Rock Park a few years ago. And then we wanted to do a multicultural musical event that celebrates all the groups that now live in Lynn, whose voice is not heard. For example, the Haitians sing to Haitians, the Hispanics sing to Hispanics, the Africans sing to Africans. You know, but and you know who's heard Jewish music played. So we want to bring everybody under one tent. That's the purpose of it. And so we started at 11 years ago to do the World Folk Festival, is called, and bring them to Heritage State Park. But when we felt that Highlands is where the immigrants are, we were all immigrants, and the music should be appreciated.
So, as you were saying, this has been going on for 11 years now. So how has the event been received in the past? You were saying up until fairly recently it was held at Heritage State Park. Now it's up at High Rock. So how was it at Heritage State Park, and how did it go when you changed locations?
Well, we had Women of the World, we had Irish, we had dances, we had Irish band, and singing in Gaelic. We had all these groups, and it was very limited because it was isolated from the people themselves. Moving it to High Rock Park, which is a historic park, and I'll explain that in a minute, has brought a lot of different people there. They can walk in there from the neighborhood and enjoy it. The families are coming, which is a big difference.
And like you were saying, it's a historic park that you guys are at now, and it's in the middle of the Highlands. Like, it's so much easier for people up there to get to than probably Heritage State Park was. So what are you guys doing to raise awareness about the historical factor up there? Okay.
Last year we opened the festival, we opened the tower, and people climbed the tower, but there's not one thing about the great history that took place in that, which is mainly the history between, here's the history of High Rock. The Hutchinson family lived there. They were famous singers. They were the most popular singing group in the United States in the mid-19th century. And they befriended Frederick Douglass, the most famous person ever to live in Lynn. And between blacks and whites and everybody else, they managed to change, open people's minds, and fight against slavery and for women's equality. And this is what it was all about. Here's during the Civil War. Here's 1,000 people sitting listening to them sing, and Frederick Douglass probably gave a talk there with no microphone. And here is a relationship between Frederick Douglass. So we're putting these posters inside the tower.
Plus several other ones
Plus,
that we just didn't have space for.
On James Buffum, on Mariah Mitchell, all these great people who lived in Lynn. And that's inspiration. We want to, for the young people to see what heroes lived among us. You know, and it'll be open, the tower will be open.
And it's a fantastic resource
Yeah,
that not a lot of people see.
Yeah.
So we were talking, to get back to the event, the music part of it at least. We were talking before, and you guys were mentioning that you guys have various acts that just kind of rotate. You guys don't necessarily have the same acts coming back year after year after year. You guys are changing it up a little bit to kind of keep it a little fresh, get people who want to come back. So what kind of music do you guys have this year? Are there any performers that you guys can talk about?
Well, we have a whole list of performer in the booklet that we can talk about. The one that jumps up to me is this Cape Cod African drummer. They really, when they come, they really vibrant. They teach people about the drum. Some people never heard about it, and they sing the song, and they teach the drum to children, to everybody. And also Salama Bass is really good. They comes and goes, and whenever they come back, they have something new to offer to the community. And Shira Davis is another dynamic person that her music is just so incredible. You know, like David say, we were at the Lynn Heritage Park, and it was difficult for people in the Highland that don't have the car to come to the water. But when we moved it to the island, everybody was happy. Last year we had a good turnout. It was more than 300 people come to listen to the music and to enjoy. The world as whole is shrinking into a big village, and people are losing their culture and their sense of belonging to, through the things that is happening. And a lot of people also get wrapped up in the current things that are happening, and they got isolated. So music brings them together, and when they come to the park, everybody's happy. Everybody's just wanted to talk to one another. It shows a good sense of belonging, good sense of community, and the kids enjoy it. So again, this event, we do it for free. We've done it for free for 11 years, but the performer, we have to pay them. So we were also asking people to donate, to go to the website and donate to the World Music Festival. You can go to our website, Highlands Coalition, and donate to the World Music Festival, and then so we can be doing this every year, and bringing communities together.
So we only have about 2 minutes, a little bit less than that, actually. So is there anything else that you guys would like to add? Is there stuff that's there for people that aren't there just for music? Like, is there stuff for kids to do?
Yes, there's an art piece to this, because we have a wonderful artist, Michael, who just did a fabulous piece on housing on the Zimmern building, and he's doing the scene of Frederick Douglass being on the train with James Bufflin, the future mayor of Lynn, and being dragged off the train and beaten up, and eventually winning that battle. He's doing a scene that will be posted inside the High Rock Tower. The struggle against segregation was very important, we know. And so he's doing it, but he'll also have masks for children to paint. We'll have yoga for people to relax and learn about yoga, how to condition your body and to relax, all the stress. And we'll have other artists. We have a woman from Peru who'll teach how to make jewelry. So we have a number of an art piece to this is very important to us.
So not only people come to listen to the music and enjoy the music, there will be other activities that they can enjoy as well, at the same time.
All right. So unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Again, this is for the 11th Annual World Music Festival, happening Saturday, September 21st from 12 to 7 p.m. Rain date is September 28th, the following Saturday, if it happens to rain. And that's going to be up at High Rock Tower Park, 30 Circuit Ave. Thanks again for joining me today, guys. That is it for this edition of the Lynn Lineup. Thanks for watching.